Hey guys, so I'm gonna talk about what Jayson Tatum said that everyone was thinking about the NBA All-Star, format. And so here's his comments that he said NBA All-Star Game was look a lot different this year. Up till now, the event was highlighted in a single game between the Eastern and Western Conference. However, outside of when the teams were drafted a few years, this season was turned into the Sunday night four-game tournament with three teams made up of All-Stars and Rising Star squad. But there are flaws that Jayson Tatum pointed one out. Each game that was played erased up to 40 points, which made some entertaining contests. But however, having a target score allowed the games to build anticipation. But the NBA missed the mark at one key in the final game of the evening. Jayson Tatum did not like the inside of the NBA, the timing of the inside of the NBA tribute. The final games, we saw the event of OGs taking on the international squad, but it was lopsided by a fair. By the time the game took its first break, the OGs were up 11-1, and that's where the NBA made a mistake, getting it inside, getting right back to the action. After the commercial timeout, the league contributed the cast of the NBA, who was broadcasting their All-Star game. Kevin Hart handed out presents to Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Ernie Johnson. And giving those guys their flowers was deserved, but the problem was the timing that they paused the game for 20 minutes to hold the event. After the game, Tatum talked about how awkward it was. The toughest part was when they stopped the game during the presentation. We sat down for 20 minutes where it was tough to get back into the game after that, Tatum said. And obviously the game pause was half every night. By stopping the game randomly in the middle of the action, 20-minute break, one after the team is up 11-1 is ridiculous. The NBA could have not given inside the NBA crew a tribute in any of the games that was up that they held that night. Instead of waiting until the middle of the game, what to do it, which completely broke the flow of the contest. Tatum didn't like the Rising Stars playing on All-Star Sunday. In addition, Tatum questioned whether or not the Rising All-Stars should be playing on Sunday night, noting that it was always been a special moment for those who were truly named All-Stars. I don't know, Tatum said. I've always got to mix emotions of feelings, but I guess the Rising Star part, obviously, happy for those guys, but there's something to be said. That is kind of a big deal to be an All-Star and play Sunday night. And yeah, and he goes on to say more or less pointing out the things about All-Star Weekend and Rise of Stars. I kind of agree with Tatum in that sense, too. It's because I feel like it was more or less, it wasn't a fair shot of giving the Rising Stars a shot and a fair chance of what was happening. And I feel like it kind of just made it more seem like you're not picking the best players for that season. You're just picking guys who feel like had the potential and not really what's grasping the straw. So that's what I got to say about this. Tell me what you guys think. Subscribe to the page.